right, guys. This is case 1. So we're going a little backwards. We did 3 and 4 last night. We're gonna do 1 and 2 today. Tonight. The cases last night, they weren't bad, but they weren't very good. They weren't amazing. They weren't spectacular or memorable or whatever the hell. So I'm hoping we can do some of that. And then here's a couple free boxes I threw in just because. Just really looking for autos. I mean, color is pretty rare in these for the most part, so. Lots of rookies, though. That's really what you got going on in these. So far, we haven't hit a parallel or on them. Oh, something. Sierra, rookie to 99 for the Cardinals. Buster Posey hot pack, Andrew Benintendi. And that's all she wrote. I didn't see a single Judge or Bellinger in that whole thing. Bellinger's got 3 different cards. Judge has 2 different cards. And we didn't hit a single one of them. Oh well. It was free. Whatever, right? I mean, what are you going to do? So I'm running low on these. I only have a couple, I think 2 or 3 cases of this left. Verdugo. Mosstown, what's happening? Eloy Jimenez refractor. That's a nice card. Freeland, blue paper. Oh, wow. Good call. I completely forgot that damn thread. You know, and all day I'm like, hey, I'm missing something. All right, I told them 2 minutes. That way they've got a little bit of a warning if they're watching the thread. Who the hell just PM me? Or text me? Matt Imhoff. Alex Jackson. That way if people are watching it, you know, or I completely forgot about it. I didn't open it immediately because I wanted to give people, you know, an opportunity to plan for it. Couldn't have been too many people worried about it since you're the only one that said anything. All right, here we go. Wow, that was fast. Damn. Shit. Sorry, Mostown. Red Dragon was sitting on you. Oh, I thought you said the Dodgers. The Reds. Dodgers are gone. Reds are gone. Blue Jays are gone twice. White Sox, Rockies, Angels are gone. Orioles, Braves gone. Wow, the Blue Jays obviously were priced too low. Wow, you just missed them. Dodgers, obviously, that's a good price because that's 3 people in a row that went for them. Wow. No, I don't think so. It looks like KB81 got the Reds. All your posts came in at 11:30, but his is just ahead of yours by seconds. Wow, people were sitting on that and I didn't realize it. Oof. You ran him the Dodgers 3 times? That's a good team to random. Wonder why nobody else said anything. They were just like, doo 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 doo. I did say, I know I said in here I was going to open it at 11. Okay, alright. Yeah, sorry about that. I opened the thread and then I posted. And by the time I posted, the Reds were already gone and the Dodgers were already gone. And the Blue Jays were gone multiple times. But now I know I can up the Dodgers $5, a couple other teams $5, and they'll still. Jeff Brigham, speaking of the Dodgers, for the Dodgers. Yeah, well, I think personally, I think some teams are priced a little high, but they go so fast that obviously they're not that high. Kyle Crick, and I think that means that some of the other teams are priced too low. You know, so you might have been able to snag some of those teams that are probably a better value in the long run. Looks like half the teams are gone, so that's good. All right, so box one had the Brigham. I know you'd rather have the Verdugo, but the Brigham anyway. Probably the best card's that Jimenez refractor. It's a nice looking card. Yeah. Yeah, he was like, I think I'll spend a lot of money. He went big on Aaron Judge last year, and I think he got the bug for that high-end prospect. It's just, unfortunately, it doesn't always work out like it did with Aaron Judge, so hopefully Ohtani does well. I know he did well today at the plate. Took a couple walks, had an RBI. Gavin LaValle to 99. So I know that didn't hurt. Jimenez. I'll also do it, assuming that they all sell it near those prices. I'll either do free PayPal fees or free shipping. I figure they're probably all going to go at close to these prices, which is $2,400. If they sell it what they're at right now, it's $2,400. So the case is only $22. So that's where I have that $200 where I can give away. I think and then I don't have to be at right at market value either. So that's why I did both last time. Yeah. Yeah, and I don't have to move them right away either. So that kind of helped with the last break is I didn't lower prices, but every few days. So if I do that again, Chris Bryant Chrome. It's funny though, I sell the jumbo PYT cheaper than some of the breakers on, well, most of the breakers sell their hobby. So I know my prices are good. I mean, that's not bad. Spencer Adams for the White Sox. If other guys are doing hobby at the same price I'm doing jumbo, then I've got pretty good prices. Corey Seager refractor. Michael Lorenzen for the Reds. Well, they might be in them at a lot higher price. I was able to get into these considerably lower than what they are now. confetti refractor. Reese Hoskins chrome. Yeah, I saw that. I saw that. I was hoping I'd get mine early, but they're not coming until Wednesday. But I can usually pick it up, you know, by 10 or 11. So I'm hoping I can get a couple boxes in before I start the case in the early afternoon. Is that the one where you ended up getting the same team 3 times in Heritage? You had like the number 1 spot 3 times. It was crazy. I think I've got a random number 3. I think that one's full. So I'll probably do that tonight after we finish the break. I'm glad this worked out, this break. There were a couple people asked for refunds, but you know, nobody was too upset about it. They were just like, I thought it was a great deal for wow, Rangers. Just Willie Calhoun. Well, Willie Calhoun's not the worst card, but yeah, it's probably not what you wanted. Does Willie Calhoun have throwback and all that jazz? I just got to hit you one of those. Well, I guess a couple, but. To be honest, we're not going to hit very many autos anyway. Most guys aren't going to hit autos. Even the teams that have autos aren't going to hit autos. I think we're going to hit 2, maybe 3 autos per case. So. Wow. That's odd. I'd assume he'd be one of those guys, you know, that they would kind of do some other stuff with. Matt Olson to 99. Die cut. Right, yeah, exactly. Setteroth for the Twins. That's a nice card. He's one of the better names in that set. Judge is in it, but not as an auto. I think Severino's in that set too, if I remember correctly. This is 2014 draft. And Schwarber. Reese Hoskins' first card. It's not an auto though, but he's got chrome parallels paper. Bradley Zimmer autos are in here. A lot of Brewers. Yeah, Alex Jackson, top 3. Actually, for a while, he was the number 1 card. Giolito. And then Schwarber was the number 1 card. I don't know what the number 1 auto in this right now is, to be honest with you. Red Dragon says Alex Jackson may still be okay. Probably Trey Turner. What do you think? Trey Turner the best auto right now? Or do you think it's still Luke Weaver? I remember when we did the break of this and we kept hitting the Mike Poppy autos over and over and over. We hit like 17 Mike Poppy autos. I'm the Poppy. Devers, but he doesn't have an auto. His auto's in 15 Bowman. Poor Mike Poppy. I remember when I first started breaking, it was Spores. Josh Spores. That was the card. He was always, I did these drafts. I remember doing an 8-case draft. It was the largest player draft ever run. Anywhere. Any forum. Any website. eBay didn't have them at the time, but anywhere. I did this 8-case player draft. And Josh Spores was last. Last pick. And then we did like base card, everything. And then we did a 10-caser, and then a 12-caser, and then a 20-caser. You know, because I was like, well, if they liked 8, let's do 10. And then 10 went so well, I was like, well, if they like 10, let's do 12, and then 20. And then when we did 20, people were joking like, oh yeah, one day we're gonna do 100. And I thought that was the funniest shit. And I'll be damned if we didn't do 100. A couple years later, I got all the way up to 40 before Boomo did 50 on eBay, and then everybody said I was copying him. Like, literally, dozen people would say, oh, you're just copying Boomo, because he copied everything I did, but he put it on eBay, and so there's so many more people on eBay. So most people's first experience with draft breaks were Boomos on eBay. Oh, you can't even come up with your own ideas, which it wasn't even original to me anyway. I copied it from P-Scale, who copied it from somebody else, who brought it over from another forum back in 2007, 2006, because that forum was too small to fill, you know, those big 2-case player breaks. 2 to 4 cases was what they were doing back then, where each spot was like $4. But back then, you didn't have an auto and a card. You just had your player, and if that player had an auto, he didn't have a base card, and if he had a base card, he didn't have an auto. So back in them days. That's why Mike Trout doesn't have a 2009 Bowman Draft non-auto. That's why that card doesn't exist. Because his card in 2009 Bowman Draft was an auto card. Jabari Blas? No. Jabari Henry. $2.99. Yeah, people were pretty mad when those didn't fill, but we got to a point there for a while where we couldn't really fill those big breaks. And then we got back to a point where we could. There's no way we could fill one at 2018 Bowman, though. No way. The price is just way too high. Yeah, back then they didn't have it. It's the same reason you don't have a prospect chrome of Kershaw or a prospect chrome of Longoria, because their cards were autos. So the only card you have, the first Bowman card of Longoria and Kershaw, are their autos. That's it. They don't have a base card. Their base cards came out in 2008 and they were rookies. Yeah, right? Ohtani would need to be 18K. And you know, he would probably bring in just an insane amount of money. I don't know. Let's ask Dragon. Dragon, what would you think that Ohtani would come in a 50 case 2018 Bowman player auction? Dustin DeMuth, Red Ice. Dragon says that Ohtani would be $400 a case, and to get him in the 50 caser would be $20,000. Which means he could go as high as 24, 25. You know, I mean, I wouldn't do a 50 caser, but I could put up, you know, I could have done like a 20. I just would be afraid he wouldn't fill, you know. But in 20 cases, Ohtani would have to be $8 grand. Man, that's a lot of money for a spot that might not hit. I mean, you know, Ohtani might not hit. That's the crazy thing. You might not hit Ohtani in 20 cases, or you might hit, you know, 6. It's hard to say how much his auto cost and how much of that cost they allocated to 2018 Bowman, knowing that they're putting him in everything they can, you know. So that leads me to believe that he's going to be very short printed in everything. Ronnie Williams for the Cardinals, you know. They got him at that signing. Hold on a second, I got drama at the house. My goddaughter's moving out. She's lived with us the last year. She's 18 now, pregnant, and her and her boyfriend are moving out with their mom, getting their own place. Yeah, I didn't. As soon as we went above 1,400 a case, I knew I couldn't run one. You know, at the 1,500 mark, it's just too high. You would need a couple people like Ohtani to kind of spread the load, you know. Verdugo refractor. It's a nice card. There you are, Luke Weaver. Yeah, I know. I was thinking the same thing. If that checklist just suddenly goes, yeah. Aaron Judge. I agree with you. I think there's still room even at 22. Retail being 22. You know, you figure if retail is 22, you can probably buy, you know, assuming you're buying more than one case, you can probably buy cases from places like Blowout for 1950, something like that. And that means that they're buying 1650, you know, in that ballpark. You know, if you bought a lot of cases, you might be able to get them for 1850 from places like Blowout or a distributor. And if you're selling a lot of cases, they might pay you, you know, 1650, 17, something like that. Alex Gonzalez refractor. Jose Peraza. You can generally get Blowout to sell you cases, and this is cases that are around this price. Obviously, a $500 case or a $700 case is not the same, but you could generally get Blowout to sell you a case around 200 less than what it's sitting at when it's something this high. And they generally pay 400 below. That's not always true because it can be really fluid, but yeah. Yeah, I know. I feel really bad for making people wait. I did not do that on purpose. If it wasn't for Mosstown, I'd have completely forgotten about it. She was like, "Hey, open that." I was like, "Oh yeah." I did not bring the prices back up to what they were. I basically just ran it back at the same prices as last time. Actually, I think I even dropped two $5 and raised two $5, but you know, nothing major. I didn't look at any spreadsheet or anything to see if I needed to adjust. I was kind of in a hurry. I was like, just wing it. Based on previous sales, I felt comfortable enough putting it out there like that. I did not raise the Angels, although I know I could have. I think I could have raised the Angels probably another $50, to be honest with you. But it just didn't feel right, you know, because I was pretty confident I could sell the break at a comfortable price without raising them, so that's why I didn't. Yeah, right. Yeah, that's not bad. 16 below the original is. That's not too shabby, is it? I won't adjust prices probably for a couple days. Give more people, you know, an opportunity to get in at this price, and then in a few days I'll raise them, or I'll lower them a little bit and see where we look. I don't know if I'll do it. I might do another one. We've definitely got time, so. Did those prices look about right for what anybody else has? Does anybody else have them up? I know you had told me earlier that there was only one breaker that had any. Did he end up selling out his 2 breaks? I saw you grab 3 teams. Wow, they're still sitting. That's odd. Of course, I don't really know much about that breaker, but I'm surprised nobody else has put them up. I wonder if they're thinking that Bowman's just going to keep rising, and that they're leaving money on the table if they put them up now. Oh yeah, yeah. Some of those teams went really fast. I was like, okay, Blue Jays are too low. I don't know if maybe the Blue Jays just had a card announced and I didn't pay any attention, or if that many people were looking for the Blue Jays. But definitely Blue Jays were low. Dodgers could go up a couple dollars. A couple other teams went really fast. I mean, I wouldn't want to raise them much, but I know I could raise them $5 and lower somebody else $5. Yeah, that's true. Jeff Brigham, isn't that the first card we hit? Yeah, Jeff Brigham hot case for the Dodgers. Yeah, I think I didn't raise them. I think I raised White Sox, Reds, Yankees $5, and lowered Marlins and Pirates $5, based off of the first break. And that doesn't count, but takes into account whatever they were lowered before. Those are the end prices on that first one. Oh, now that's a nice card. J.P. Crawford orange. 15 out of 25. It's worth a little something, something. Not his first Bowman, but definitely a nice hit for the Phillies. They'd probably rather Rhys Hoskins, but I bet they're not mad about that card. Yeah, could be. It's crazy though. We're still 2 months away from this product coming out, and I'm filling PYTs, and I've filled over 20 cases. 20 cases of random teams. You know, that's. I've never tried to do that before, but I don't know if I could have done that 2 months out at such a high price. You know, I mean, I know it's lower than what Blowout has listed, but still, it's still a high price. Plus, Acuna's probably going to be in there. You know, he'll have a card. I'm 99% certain they're going to put Acuna in Bowman. Maybe not an auto, or if they do an auto, it'll be super crazy rare. But he's absolutely going to have a card. And Pache with an auto, he'll definitely have one too, even though he's already got a card. Sean Newcomb for the Angels, $2.99. Right? Yeah, no, I got you. If you add a case at this price and all your other cases are lower, then it's still pretty low. Hey, Reese Hoskins Refractor. That's a nice card. Well centered. No surface issues. It does look off a hair left to right, but I still think it's 9.5. I still think that's 9.5. It's off a hair left to right, but not bad. Um, maybe 55-45. Yeah, I know he's got an auto. Pache's got an auto, which makes me figure he's probably going to have a base card too. It'll be his second base card, but still a base card. Nimmo. Finding Nimmo. Yeah, I didn't even touch Hobby. So watch, Hobby will end up having the great odds and Jumbo will have bad odds. But I didn't order a single solitary Hobby case. And if I had of, that's what I'd have sold back to Blow. I paid extra for my Jumbo cases so that I didn't have to have Hobby. But what I could have done is ordered Hobby to keep my Jumbo prices lower and then sold the Hobby back to Blowout. Yeah, 12 autos is tough. Especially when we're used to 30 and 24. Nick Birdie for the Twins. Refractor auto. You want Nick Gordon for the Twins, not Nick Birdie. But whatever. Yeah, especially if they have exclusive color. I don't know if they do, but Rainbow Plutonium. Rainbow Plutonium refractors. Like, this one has black. I think they're Hobby only, if I remember correctly. Brett Martin. Trey Turner Chrome. Boostfield blue paper. Chase Valet. I was just thinking about these. No auto though. I was just thinking, you know, I haven't hit any in all these cases. Nobody big. Brigham. I'll take it. Trevor Story refractor. AJ Reed. There was a time his auto was probably the most valuable auto in this. Justin Twine, Miami Mullets. Full in check. 3 boxes left. So I got a new lady started today. She sorted 1.5 cases of this, which is pretty easy to sort. Let me see how much time she had. She put up 4.25 hours. So 4 hours, 15 minutes to sort 1.5 cases. But it always starts slow. They always start slow. It should have to do 1.5 cases should have taken less than 2 hours. But you gotta let them, figure it out. Because this is just one row of chrome. Some breaks, take 4 hours legitimately just because there's so many cards. Like Heritage, oh my gosh. Heritage is going to take them a while. Jose De Leon. Aaron Judge. Grant Hawken, Indians. Frazier. Jacoby Jones throwing those gang signs. What side? James Walker refractor. Jose Peraza. Auto coming up. Zach Lemon for the Padres, and that's not a very good auto. Daniel Gossett hot pack. I'm the Poppy. 19 out of 50. First round draft pick, 38th overall. You sure he's only flipping burgers? He might be. He might be still out there. I remember he wasn't a bad prospect back then. We just hit a ton of them is all. Now I gotta know. Let's see. Where's Mike Poppy? Plays for the Akron Rubber Ducks. Let's see. Oh, nope, I lied. He's with the Columbus Clippers. Plays right field. Last year he bat 258, 12 home runs. So, not too great. It's his average that's really holding him back, I think. He's in AAA though. So, I don't know. Oh, assigned to the Cleveland Indians. It's probably just for spring training though. Let's see, he's got 5 home runs in his last 10 games. No, 1 home run in his last 10 games. 5 RBIs and 5 walks. I'm the puppy. No, it said Clippers. Columbus Clippers. Is that the Yankees? Right now he's in their minor leagues. Right now he's in their spring training. They assigned him, so. You know, I'm assuming that's what he's doing right now. Columbus Clippers. Aaron Brown refractor. So this is the last box of case 1. I still have case 2. And then that'll be that for tonight. And then I've got some shipping I've got to do. Alex Reyes, die cut. Cardinals. Forrest Wall's another good auto in here. At least it was. Brent Honeywell's in here, but I don't think he's Brent Honeywell. I don't think he's got an auto on this. Goodness. Eloy Jimenez, Carlos Correa. Isn't it Imhoff? Is that the guy who lost the eye and had to retire? I think that's it. I want to say he was hit by a pitch and lost an eye, right? Either that or a comebacker. Might have been a comebacker. I think he's a pitcher. Yeah, he's a pitcher. That's terrible. I think there's only one F in it too. I think it's I Am Hall of Fame. Just the one F. I'm not putting that joke on Twitter. You can keep the rights to that one. I think this is our auto right here. I think this is our last auto. Kyle Freeland. Refractor auto. Right? Yeah, just so. Grayson Greiner. All right, so not the best case, not the worst case. I could have done with some better autos, but the non-autos was solid. Grayson Greiner, Mike Poppy, Jacoby Jones, full in check. Jeff Brigham, Lorenzen Imhoff, Thompson, Freeland, Brett Martin, Nimmo, Reese Hoskins, Sean Newcomb, J.P. Crawford, Orange, Justin Steele, Verdugo, Ronnie Williams, Dustin DeMuth, Jabari Henry, Blake Swihart, Derek Hill, Lucas Giolito, Sederoth, Reese Hoskins, base, Lorenzo Lavallee, Kyle Crick, Eloy Jimenez refractor, and the Sierra card. Autos, Kyle Freeland refractor, Lemon Hawken, Twine, Birdie refractor, Jeff Brigham, Luke Weaver, Chris Ellis, Connor Joe, Matt Olson, Spencer Adams, and Brigham base auto. So let's see. National League West, American League Central, National League East, American League Central, National League Central, American League West, no American League East autos.